Hey, how you doing? I'm doing great, by the way, so thanks for asking. I am here articulating some thoughts about quality this week and in relation to conscious dance. And quality to me is something that I've been paying much more attention to in greater detail in the past couple of years. And it all started when I took my first conscious dance class in Calgary. At that point, I only took a few classes, so I had limited exposure to the entire culture and the quality of instruction. And when I first came into Calgary, I entered a conch dance class that uses a system called Five Rhythms. And when I first walked into the room, it was real. You could tell there was a different type of energy there, and the people there were kind of doing yoga stretches and getting warmed up. I'm like, okay, cool, checking this out, checking this out. And throughout the course of the dance, I just noticed there was like a mysterious quality, as if the dancers had a greater sense of confidence, and their movements had a higher sense or a stronger sense of grace in them. And so it piqued my curiosity. I continued to explore different other groups, but there's always this one group with five rhythms that there's something about it that really pulled me into it. And lo and behold, it turns out there was actually a few professional dancers that were attending this class at the time, and many of them still do practice consistently. But I just noticed over the years, it's just these professional dancers have such a high quality of movement to them because, like, for me, I'm just moving and I'm moving from momentum. I'm just using technique to, bam, put out a movement. But these dancers, they it could accentuate the quality of their movement by like moving very slowly, or like they know how to accentuate every single section of the movement. So there's more grace and quality, and it comes from a place of power and control. They have very good control of their body. And so I've been noticing this more and more and talking to these dancers and getting more acquainted with this idea of quality. And I noticed that when I was younger, I lived in a situation where quantity was valued over quality. And this has been a consistent theme that I've been getting more and more aware of over time. But like I've really hit a new level of understanding through my practice of conscious dance. And one of the primary areas where quality is very important is like the people that I surround myself with. There's some people that, and it's not to say that they're like a lower quality human being and like they're like a piece of shit or anything like that, but it's just like they don't have access to like, reaching their full potential. And there's, they have certain blockages, or they have certain hang-ups in their life that's holding them back, and that just simply just holds them back from producing a quality person, right? Or like a form of expression. There's people that are forming more of a negative type of energy because that's what they're reflecting, that's what they're focusing on. But it's all good, and I think that every human has that potential to express themselves fully and to produce that high quality of expression. And I think dance is a really good way of doing that. If you study like psychology, there's like the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So you have like the basic needs and psychological needs, and then like the highest one, which is self-fulfillment needs. And in the self-fulfillment needs, it's all about achieving one's full potential and including a creative activities. And I think dance is one of the most creative forms of expression you could do, and it doesn't really require the highest level of skill. You just have to be invested in the activity. And for the most part, people enjoy music. I mean, there's so many different, there's like millions of artists and songs, especially with the inception of the internet. Everyone just has, their own playlist all the time that they listen to, or favorite artists. And for me, it's hard to grasp the idea of enjoying music but not wanting to express it through movement and dance. Because for me, like, if I enjoy a song, I can't help myself. I just gotta move to it, and I feel this way and I want to express it. And I completely think that increases the quality of life, because as a human being, you do have a need for creative expression. And I noticed as a musician, I used to perform, I used to write songs and produce music events and hold these shows at coffee houses, and network with musicians in the local scene. And for a good 4 years, that was my life. I was completely committed to that project. But I got to a point where I realized my ability to express myself as a musician was very limited, because I was attached to this instrument, I was attached to my voice, and I could only use the parameters of the song that I wrote to express myself. And even in that moment, like I'm singing a song that I wrote like a month ago, and that song is expressing how I felt at that time a month ago in that specific moment, but I'm a different person now. I'm in a different place and I'm feeling different things. So even though it feels good to express the song, it wasn't of an authentic expression of me as a person in that particular moment. And so I looked for something different and I found conscious dance, and it's been a really great journey. And I really do believe this is something, it's kind of like a life calling, so to speak. I don't know exactly how I'm going to be involved in it, but I know conscious dance is a big part of my life and it will be for the rest of my life. And I just want to figure out how I can contribute more and get more people involved and increase awareness about this great practice that I think releases a lot of great human potential. So, with that being said, this week I am going to be uh, dancing in 3 different places and times. One will be Tuesday, which is tonight at 7 p.m. It's a Five Rhythms group, and it'll be at the Central United Church. And then on Friday, I'll be dancing the ecstatic dance at the W&M Dance Studios. That starts at 7 p.m. And then on Sunday morning at 10:30, I'll be at the Alberta Ballet doing the Occupy Your movement. All the links for those events I will post in the drop-down box, and you can check them out if you're interested, or reach out if you have any questions about just the different instruction styles and what might be the best fit for you. And lastly, just to incorporate quality of life and full expression, sacred geometry is a big thing for me as well, and I've been getting back into it. It's a very calming practice for me, and it's like almost a state of meditation. And if just in case you've been curious about this piece, so this is a piece that I've constructed recently in the last week, and I will be auctioning off. So if you're interested in purchasing this, just stay tuned, and you will be able to have an opportunity to have this piece that I've created. So thank you for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your day, or not. Inshallah.